You are unique. 3 words that hold a truth capable of completely changing the way you live your life. A concrete reality, psychological, philosophical, that when truly explored opens the doors to a deep understanding of yourself. What you'll discover here will show you the immense value you carry simply by existing. It will help you understand how your combination of experiences, thoughts, and emotions creates a perspective that no one else in the world possesses. It will reveal what it means to be irreplaceable and how this awareness transforms your relationship with yourself and with the world. We'll explore how your uniqueness is built, why your vision of the world is precious precisely because it's yours, what it means to carry an unrepeatable combination of experiences, and how embracing your authentic nature enriches every aspect of your life. We'll discover how your uniqueness manifests in your daily choices, how it evolves over time, and how it becomes your greatest strength in navigating life. By the end of this journey, you'll look at yourself with new eyes. And that particularity that distinguishes you will become what it's always been, your most precious gift. There is not, there has never been, and there will never be another person identical to you. The combination of experiences, perceptions, thoughts, and emotions that make you up is unique in the entire universe. 2 people can live the same event at the same moment, in the same place, yet experience it in completely different ways. They can watch the same sunset, but one will see melancholy where the other sees hope. They can hear the same words, but one will resonate as comfort for the other as inspiration. They can face the same challenge, but one will feel energized while the other feels overwhelmed. Everyone carries with them a unique story, a unique filter through which all reality passes. This is your personal lens on the world, and that lens has been built through every single moment you've lived. It's been polished by your joys, deepened by your sorrows, expanded by your curiosities, shaped by your relationships. Every single experience has contributed to creating the specific way you perceive and interpret reality. And here's something beautiful. This lens is always evolving. Every day, every interaction, every new understanding adds another layer of complexity and richness to your perspective. You're not a fixed entity. You're a living, breathing, constantly evolving expression of uniqueness. What you see today is informed by everything you've experienced up until this moment. And tomorrow, you'll see with eyes enriched by today's experiences. This dynamic nature of your uniqueness means you're always discovering new aspects of yourself. There are parts of you that haven't emerged yet, perspectives you haven't developed yet, understandings you haven't reached yet. Your uniqueness is not just what you are now, but also what you're becoming. Your uniqueness builds moment by moment through every experience you've lived. That time you fell as a child and someone helped you up, teaching you that the world can be a safe place. Or maybe no one helped you, and you learned that you could get up on your own, discovering a strength you didn't know you had. That conversation you overheard that opened a door in your mind, making you question something you'd always taken for granted. That book you read at a particular moment in your life that resonated precisely with what you were living through, giving words to feelings you couldn't name. That moment of unexpected kindness from a stranger that restored your faith in humanity. That sudden joy that made you feel alive, reminding you of what truly matters. Every single moment has left an imprint on you. It has enriched the way you think, the way you feel, the way you interpret the world. These aren't just memories stored somewhere in your brain. They're active forces that shape your present. They inform your decisions, color your perceptions, guide your intuitions. No other person has lived exactly that sequence of moments. No one has had exactly those teachers, those parents, those friends, in that order, in that context, with that emotional intensity. Even if 2 people go through similar events, the meaning they extract, the lessons they learn, The way those experiences integrate into who they are, all of this is utterly unique. Even growing up with a brother or sister in the same house, with the same parents, your experience is fundamentally different. Because you were born at a different moment in their lives. Your parents were different people when you arrived, maybe more anxious with the first child, more relaxed with the second, maybe more financially stable or less, maybe going through different challenges in their relationship. Because your parents lived different experiences between your birth and your siblings, and those experiences changed them. And beyond the external circumstances, you interpreted those same situations with your sensitivity, your temperament, your needs. What felt nurturing to one child might have felt suffocating to another. What felt like freedom to one might have felt like neglect to another. Same house, same parents, completely different experience. Your story is a fabric woven from threads that no one else has access to. The particular combination of genetics you inherited, the specific cultural moment you were born into, the neighborhood you grew up in, the random encounters that changed your trajectory, the books that happened to cross your path at exactly the right moment, the teachers who saw something in you, the friendships that shaped your understanding of connection, the heartbreaks that taught you about resilience, the moments of transcendence that showed you there's more to life than what meets the eye. All of this, every single thread, weaves together to create the fabric of who you are. And that fabric is precious beyond measure. It's irreplaceable. It's the foundation of your unique contribution to the world. Your uniqueness isn't just the sum of your experiences. It's the way those experiences interweave with who you are at a deeper level. Your innate temperament, your particular sensitivity, your way of processing emotions, your natural curiosity, your way of connecting with people, your rhythm of energy, your preferences and aversions. Some people are born with a temperament that seeks novelty and stimulation. Others are born craving stability and predictability. Some are naturally attuned to emotions, picking up on subtle shifts in atmosphere. Others are more oriented toward logic and systems. Some find energy in social interaction. Others recharge in solitude. None of these is better or worse. They're simply different operating systems, different ways of being human. Your mind works like an infinitely complex kaleidoscope. Every experience is a colored fragment. And every time the kaleidoscope turns, it creates a new, unique, unrepeatable pattern. That's your perspective. That particular way of seeing the world that belongs only to you. And here's what's fascinating. The same experience can produce completely different patterns depending on the kaleidoscope it enters. A piece of constructive criticism might inspire one person to improve while it devastates another. A period of solitude might feel like a healing retreat for one person and like lonely exile for another. A creative challenge might energize one person and paralyze another with perfectionism. Have you ever noticed how two people can receive the same advice, but it resonates in completely different ways? One person embraces it as a revelation that changes their life. The other finds it interesting but abstract, something they understand intellectually but can't quite apply. This happens because that advice fits differently into each person's unique structure. For one person, it fits perfectly into the mosaic of who they are, illuminating something that was already there, giving language to an intuition they'd been having. For the other person, it touches different chords, or simply arrives at a different moment in their journey when they're not ready to hear it yet. This is the magic of your uniqueness. What touches you deeply reveals who you are. What you're passionate about shows your nature. What moves you to tears tells the story of your sensitivity. What makes you laugh reveals your spirit. What captivates your attention shows where your genius lies. What frustrates you points to your values. What you can't stop thinking about indicates your calling. Your reactions, your resonances, your responses, all of these are data points that map the territory of your unique self. And when you pay attention to these signals, when you honor what genuinely moves you rather than what you think should move you, you start living in alignment with your authentic nature. Every person sees the world through their own unique lens. And this diversity of perspectives is what makes humanity extraordinary. It's what makes life rich, textured, full of possibility and discovery. Imagine a world where everyone thought the same way, felt the same things, reacted identically to events. Where every person had the same dreams, the same fears, the same desires. Where conversation was just an echo chamber of identical perspectives. It would be a flat world, without depth, without discovery, without the creative friction that leads to new ideas and understandings. But that's not our world. Our world is a magnificent tapestry of perspectives, each one offering a different angle on reality. Your unique perspective enriches this tapestry in ways you might not even realize. When you share your point of view, you're offering something no one else can offer. You're adding a color to the palette that didn't exist before. You're contributing a note to the symphony that makes the whole composition more complex and beautiful. When you express what you feel, you're adding a shade to the collective painting of human experience. You're giving voice to something that others might feel but haven't articulated. When you live according to your nature, you're contributing to the diversity that makes life full of possibilities. You're modeling a way of being that might inspire someone else to embrace their own uniqueness. You're creating ripples in the collective consciousness that expand what people believe is possible. Think about the people who have left a mark in history, in the arts, in science, in everyday life. What makes them memorable? It's not that they were perfect or that they had it all figured out. What makes them memorable is their ability to see something others didn't see, to feel something so deeply they had to express it, to follow a curiosity that belonged only to them, even when others didn't understand it. And this ability isn't reserved for geniuses or famous artists. It lives in every person. It lives in you, the teacher who finds a way to reach a struggling student that no one else could reach, the friend who knows exactly what to say when someone is hurting, the parent who understands their child in a way no parenting book could teach, the colleague who sees a solution no one else saw, the stranger whose smile brightens someone's difficult day. Your unique way of being in the world creates value in ways both large and small, visible and invisible. And the more you embrace and express your authentic uniqueness, the more value you create. You are irreplaceable. This word deserves to be understood completely. You're not interchangeable. You're not a generic unit that can be swapped out for another. You're not an approximate version of someone else. You're the only version of you that will ever exist in the entire history of the universe. The way your presence influences others is unique. Your smile carries with it your entire story, all your joys, all the times you've overcome difficulties and chosen to keep your heart open, all the moments when you decided that kindness mattered more than being right. That history gives your smile a quality that no one else's smile has. It communicates something specific, something real, something that resonates with others on a level deeper than words. Your words carry the weight of your experiences, the depth of your understanding earned through living. When you speak about something you've been through, you're not reciting information. You're sharing wisdom distilled from your unique journey. And that wisdom has a texture, a flavor, an authenticity that reaches people in ways that generic advice never could. Your way of listening reflects your empathy developed through what you've lived. The struggles you've faced have made you sensitive to certain kinds of pain in others. The joys you've experienced have made you able to celebrate others' victories. The confusion you've navigated has made you patient with others who are finding their way. Your listening isn't passive. It's informed by your entire being. There's someone in your life who can be touched precisely by your way of being, not by some improved version of you, not by who you might become if you fixed all your flaws, but by you, exactly as you are now. Your particular combination of qualities, including your vulnerabilities, your uncertainties, your still unfolding understanding, resonates with someone who needs exactly that. Your journey mirrors that of someone else who feels less alone knowing you exist. The specific challenges you've faced, the particular way you've dealt with them, the unique insights you've gained, these create a light for someone walking a similar path. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be at the end of your journey. Your willingness to be authentic about where you are right now is itself a gift. Your particular way of seeing the world opens possibilities in the mind of those who meet you. Maybe you notice beauty where others see ordinary. Maybe you find humor in situations where others only see difficulty. Maybe you ask questions no one else thinks to ask. Maybe you make connections between ideas that seem unrelated. Whatever your particular way of seeing is, it expands the perception of those around you. This is your contribution. It doesn't have to be grand or spectacular. It doesn't have to be recognized or celebrated. It can be quiet, daily, intimate. The way you make your children feel safe. The way you make your colleagues feel valued. The way you make strangers feel seen. The way you bring presence to ordinary moments. All of this is real, and it all has value. Immeasurable value. Embracing your uniqueness means honoring what you truly are. It means listening to what genuinely resonates with you, even if it's different from what resonates with others. It means following your authentic curiosity, even if it takes you on less traveled roads. It means expressing your real voice, even if it sounds different from the chorus. This isn't about being contrarian or different for the sake of being different. It's about being honest, about paying attention to what actually moves you, interests you, energizes you, rather than what you think should move you based on external expectations. When you live according to your authentic nature, every aspect of your life becomes enriched. Your relationships become deeper because you're present as yourself, not as a version you think others want. There's a relaxation that happens when you stop performing, when you stop monitoring yourself to make sure you're getting it right. And in that relaxation, real intimacy becomes possible. People can feel when you're being authentic, and it gives them permission to be authentic too. And there's a lightness that comes with this. When you stop trying to be someone you're not, when you allow yourself to simply be yourself, an enormous weight dissolves. The weight of constant self-monitoring. The weight of always wondering if you're good enough. The weight of comparing yourself to others and coming up short. All of that dissolves when you recognize that you're not supposed to be anyone other than who you are. When you deeply understand your own uniqueness, the understanding of others' uniqueness naturally opens up. You realize that people aren't flawed versions of what they should be. They're unique expressions of what they are. And in this understanding, something beautiful is born. Genuine curiosity. Instead of asking yourself why someone is different from you, you ask yourself what world they see through their eyes. What has their journey been like? What has shaped their perspective? What gifts do they bring that you don't have? What can you learn from their way of seeing? Instead of wanting to change others, you want to understand them. Instead of judging their differences, you become curious about them. Instead of trying to make them more like you appreciate the richness that their uniqueness brings to your life. Every person you meet carries with them an entire universe. They've lived experiences you'll never live. They've developed sensibilities you don't possess. They've discovered things you haven't discovered. They've struggled with challenges you've never faced. They've found joys in places you've never looked. And when you open yourself to this, when you welcome the richness of diversity, your life multiplies. You access 1,000 worlds through 1,000 perspectives. Your understanding of what it means to be human expands exponentially. You discover new ways of thinking, feeling, being that enrich your own experience. Your uniqueness is your superpower. It's your greatest resource. It's your most precious contribution. It's the lens through which you see the world and the gift you bring to everyone you encounter. And all you have to do is honor it, explore it, live it. Pay attention to what genuinely moves you. Follow what truly interests you. Express what authentically resonates with you. Be courageously, unapologetically yourself, because you are unique. And that alone is more than enough. It's everything. Thank you for taking this time to reflect with me. I hope you carry something from this conversation into your day, into your life. Be gentle with yourself until we meet again.